Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now. While the angels fly over my headstone.
We are back with another episode of the God's Hour podcast with your boy Big Serbs, back in the motherfucking place to be, La Merca Superior Palace 81 Studios, aka La Mi Cuarto. But I mean, it doesn't really matter because this room right now is hot as fuck. Right? I'm gonna just get this out of the way. It's hot, and it's hotter than a bitch right now. Thank God, fucking, this is the hottest room in the house on one of the hottest days of the week, because I'm sweating my ass off over here. I fucking can't believe that it's already 80, like 5 fucking degrees outside. It's 9 in the morning. And we just gonna kick it off sweaty, stinky. No, I'm just kidding. I just showered right now, but I didn't feel like putting really any clothes on. I'm not naked, pause. But I mean, it's too fucking hot right now with the whole fucking, what's that shit, climate change. With the whole climate change, man, it's just, hopefully we can make it through the summer, man, because I'm really not enjoying the heat at all. I'm not a heat person. I'm a really winter type of guy, but I like the lighting. That's the only thing about the summer that I'm probably going to miss when it comes to recording these podcasts visually, is that the light is really good for 9 in the morning, but the heat is not. The heat is not really good right now. The heat is really getting to me. I want to fight somebody. I want to knock someone the fuck out as soon as I leave this bitch. But anyway, man, El Cucuy, we're celebrating the 4-year anniversary of El Cucuy. I'll talk about that. I'll talk about that a little bit later on. That was just a little short EP that I did. That was like right after Solo 5 single. It was Solo 5 singles to the Dark Side, The Sage and the Sorcerer with JLVSN, or Jay Levision, or Jay Levison, I think is how you pronounce his name. Shout out to you, bruh. And La Merca Superior, the EP after that. I was 4 for 4 in that summer. Actually 3 for 3, because Solo 5 Singles 2 came out in April. But anyway, we got a lot of shit to talk about. I got a lot of shit to talk, so let me talk my shit. Over the weekend, I was hoping to get a new car or something, but it seems like I'm just gonna keep the Prius and fix it up. We'll see how that goes. I was really hoping I could get a new hybrid vehicle, because the gas right now was crazy, bruh. The fucking Russians is not playing around, bruh. I don't know how they got the oil. I don't know, you know, with the whole political shit. Y'all know I don't really get into the political atmosphere, but to be honest, bruh, they really need to speed this shit up. They need to bomb fucking Ukraine to smithereens already, because this is bullshit. We're not really doing shit. We're just standing back, letting the bombs fly, letting the missiles go, and we're not doing shit. So how about we just speed this shit up faster, get everyone the fuck out of there, let the Russians do what they gotta do for this fucking oil to be done with. And I know I've seen some bullshit about, Americans would rather pay high oil prices, if it meant to stop the war in the fucking Ukraine. Yeah, fucking right. No one is pumping the gas going, yeah, man, I'm so glad I'm paying $6 a fucking gallon because the Ukrainians are over there showing the Russians. No one's talking about that. Everyone knows that this is a fucking L for the United Nations, or whatever the fuck the Ukrainians are with, because the Russians are right there. You know, if I want to go fuck my neighbor's girl every day, what's the guy down the street? The guy down the street, what's he gonna do? He ain't gonna do shit. And if he does shit, he's not gonna be far away. He's gonna be down the fucking street. Meanwhile, I'm gonna be fucking the neighbor's wife and shit like that whenever the fuck I want. Same scenario. This shit is like a lose-lose situation when it comes to political matters that we shouldn't even be a part of. And I know I'm not gonna be, I don't talk politics, but like, it's just real shit, bruh. Like, the gas is out of control. Let's just fucking end this shit already so the fucking car market go back, the gas prices go back. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. And I know I wasn't gonna expand much on this, but World War II brought us out of the Great Depression. Let me remind y'all, the Great Depression was 1929. World War II did not start until 1941 and ended in 1945. That means we didn't come out of the Great Depression for fucking 16 years, bruh. So if the fucking pandemic shit was 2020 and it's gonna take 16 years, we're talking about 2036, bruh, until we see some fucking economic recovery in this bitch. But that's neither here nor there. The Russians already kickstarted it with their takeover fucking Ukraine campaign and shit like that. But I mean, that's all really I gotta say about that, because I'm pissed about my fucking car needs. And I'm really sounding like an American, just being selfish, not caring about Ukrainian lives or Russian diplomacy or any of that shit. I just want the gas to be low, and I want to get a fucking new 2022 without fucking having to pay 40 grand for some shit that people will make fun of you for, even though they fucking lease Lambos and shit for their fucking music videos or whatever else these fucking idiots are doing out here with their fucking money spending unwisely and things of that nature. Saturday wasn't really much to do. I think I just finished writing a song. I think it was Friday or something like that. Saturday, actually all weekend, I was playing the Batman Arkham Asylum. I never played Batman Arkham Asylum before. When I first played it, when it came out, I never really got it. I never really understood the game. And to be honest, Arkham Asylum is one of the best games I ever played. Really, really dope. Reminds me of like Assassin's Creed meets fucking, I don't know, something else. And my hair is all fucking fucked up over here. Man, when it comes to the summer, man, this is all you're gonna get, man. I'm not gonna gel my hair. I'm not gonna do nothing with it because it's too fucking hot to do all this shit. Plus, with the headphones and shit, it'll fuck my hair up. So, back to Batman. Batman is one of my favorite characters of all time. One of my favorite just characters, Marvel comic book just comic book characters of all time. He's a DC Universe, obviously. And it was a really dope game, man. It really brings to you DC, for anyone who doesn't know, stands for Detective Comics. Even I didn't even know that till I started playing the game. And it's really dope because it really brings you, Arkham Asylum to me really gives you a full spectrum of what the Batman's supposed to be. He's supposed to solve crimes. He's the world's greatest detective, right? So he solves crimes, riddles. He beats motherfuckers up. He's got gadgets, fucking battering. He's got the fucking, what is it? The batarang, the bat fucking, the bat zip line, the bat claw, and he zips out of there. He's got the bat explosive thing, and then he detonates that shit. Batman's got a whole bunch of gadgets on his belt that'll fuck everybody up in the fucking, and everything, right? So I just had a fucking good old time beating that shit. I'm probably like more than halfway done with solving all like the riddles and shit. As far as the campaign, I'm probably like 2 bosses away from the story ending, but I want to finish everything before I beat the game, like solving all the little side quest things and that of that nature. Just a really dope game. I encourage everybody, if you haven't played it, go ahead and the summer sale, they had Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight for like $10 or something like that. Really like a steal, bruh. Like, video games are coming out $60, $65, $70, you know what I mean? For you to buy 3 video games for $10 is, I feel like a steal for me, because during that time, I think 2009, Arkham Asylum, what games? I think the games I was into was more like probably Grand Theft Auto RPG type games. Yeah, and then after that, I was really into Call of Duty. I was really into like shooter games and shit like that. Army of Two was really my shit. Dead Rising. So I was really always into like third person RPG sandbox shooter games. You know what I mean? Where you can actually see your dude shoot people, beat people the fuck up. UFC. I was into that for like a little minute. So that's all I did pretty much in the weekend. Just playing Batman. I fucking love it. It's awesome. Mark Hamill is the Joker, the original guy who did the animated series of Batman. He's voicing Batman again. You got Harley Quinn. You got Poison Ivy. You got, all the fucking villains and some new characters in there. Really dope plot of Asylum. It's just kind of like basically Joker lets Batman take him into Arkham Asylum. And it's a trap. It's like he traps Batman in. Well, he doesn't trap him in there. I mean, I guess he could have left whenever he wanted, but Joker wanted to take over Arkham Asylum, and then that's where the game begins. It's kind of like Batman figuring out what Joker's plan is. He finds out the plan, and then he stops him. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm almost at the end, and I'm having a fucking blast. One of the best games I ever played. This dude, Charleston White, I don't know who the fuck this dude is. Apparently he's not a gang member or something like that, but he's dissed Nipsey Hussle, he's dissed gang members and shit like that. And, I wasn't going to really give this dude any airtime because, I feel like these Uncle Tom fools that just like are whistleblowers, teachers' pet ass fools that they disgust me. They're vermin. I look at people like Charleston White the same way I look at Levi's, snitches, maricons and shit like that. Not homosexuals, maricons. Like you're like maniacs and shit. You're just a Levi. You're just a lump on the stump. You feel me? So Charleston White is the real blind supremacist from the Dave Chappelle skit. Dave Chappelle did that awesome skit where he's a blind black dude, but he thinks he's like a white supremacist. He thinks he's white. This dude was talking shit about Mexicans, saying how Mexican men are worse than black men. He was comparing Mexican dudes to black dudes, which is really gay. And he's talking about how he loves Mexican women and shit like that. And I don't really want to paraphrase what he was saying, but basically what he was doing was talking all kinds of shit about Mexican dudes and saying that he loves Mexican women or something like that. Charleston White, let me tell you something. I'm going to be surprised if you don't get your ass beat by the end of the year. I'm like really appalled by some of these remarks that you have to say. I don't give a fuck what platform you on. I don't give a fuck who you think you are. But let me just tell y'all, as somebody who represents the raza around here, I'm really not gonna have that shit, bruh. I'm not really gonna long talk this shit to death or beat a dead horse or nothing. But Charleston White, you a fucking clown. I hope you fucking get beat the fuck up or something like that. Or I just hope you learn your lesson, bruh, because you can't be running around dissing dead people. You can't be a respected dead disrespecting people who have passed that have actually served communities you talk shit about. You know what I mean? What the fuck have you done? No one knows you for nothing but running your fucking mouth and just like dissing people. Like I how do you get on from like talking shit about other people? That's the age that we're in, that you could just get on from the internet by pure bullshit. So I hope that, Charleston White, you kind of like just realize that you fucking up out here, bruh. And you gonna get fucked up out here, bruh. One way or another, they're gonna find you and they're gonna get you, like that one song. So fuck Charleston White. You might get hit with a right hook, a left jab, and an uppercut, bruh, because that's just like super disrespectful shit. Like, why do you think you could run your mouth and not think that there's no consequences or repercussions to the things that you say, bruh? I don't even remember. It's still now. You in the street, if you talk crazy to somebody, you liable to get bitch slapped. You liable to get fucking socked, beat the fuck up, or some shit like that. Because this shit don't fly. It really doesn't, bruh. It really doesn't. In the street, You could be at home or someone else's home on the internet with your Twitter fingers and shit like that. You good. You don't gotta worry about nothing. When you step outside and you fucking with the communities that you talking shit about, then you're gonna have to be held responsible for the shit that you say. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. Fuck this dude. Andor, this new show that's coming out on Disney Plus. It's a Disney Plus original with Diego Luna. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Diego Luna, he's the lead role in Andor. I think I've never seen Rogue One, but I think he's like maybe not the lead or like a supporting. I've never seen it, so I don't know what role Diego Luna played. I just know he was in that movie. But apparently, not apparently, but I seen the trailer and I'm sweating like a motherfucker already. But Diego Luna, man, I cannot express how proud of him that I cannot express how proud I am for this dude, because you don't really see the raza take lead roles, and I'm glad that Disney's really doing that. I mean, we seen Pedro Pascal. I don't know what the fuck he is, but I consider him raza. He was the main dude for Mandalorian, even though you didn't physically see his face. He was the dude. We got Diego Luna and Andor. You know, we've got other Chicanos, Mexicanos around, so that's cool. I mean, we could represent other Latinos, because don't even get me started with the word Latino and Hispanic, because we're not that. We're all different shit. We're all either, you know, Brazilian, Mexican, Chilean, Paraguayan, you know, all that shit. So Diego Luna, I just want to give you a quick shout out right here. I can't wait. That Andor fucking show looks dope as hell. I'm definitely going to watch the fuck out of it. I'm probably going to watch the whole thing in one fucking day if they don't do it like the Book of Boba Fett and you know, just split the, you know, show every week and shit. I think that's really cool. I think it really brings that old school feel of you have to watch it every week, a new show every week, versus Netflix. They just push the button, you know, and you can watch it all in, you know, however long it takes you. If it's 10 hours, you can watch it, the whole series in 10 hours if you want to. So I think that's really cool. Mexican pizza is making its return to Taco Bell. I'm definitely going to review that. From what I remember, I think I had either the nachos, the loaded nacho, whatever the fuck they call them, or maybe even it was the pizza from back in the Dizzy. But I don't know, man. I'm kind of scared. I don't want to shit blood. I don't want to get the fucking the monkey virus or whatever the fuck it is from eating this fucking pizza thing. But I'm definitely gonna review it if it does come out, because they said, I think they always do this. They do it with the McRib. They do it with the KFC snacker. They put it out, and as soon as the sales drop, they take it off the fucking menu. Then they build the anticipation. People, where's the KFC snacker? Where's the popcorn chicken? And then they bring the popcorn chicken back. And then all they got to do is put a little bit of seasoning on it, call it the fucking super duper popcorn chicken. And then people are like, oh my God, it's back. The McRib is back. And then they eat that shit until people are sick of it, and then they take it off again. McDonald's, in the last 10 years, probably said the McRib is back 1,000 times already or something like that. But I don't know, man. I'm definitely going to review the Mexican pizza, because I know from when I was a kid, the Taco Bell recipe, I felt like was way different. I don't know if the rumors were true, if they used fucking pink slime and their whatever meat concoctions that they did. But I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. I feel like the recipe did change. I feel like it's better, because before I would get fucking, like stomach viruses and shit like that. Like my whole family. That's why we stopped eating Taco Bell. We kept getting sick of it, bruh. So, you know, for all research intensive purposes, only the Mexican pizza, I'm coming after you when you come out. All right. I'm 9 months sober. Hardy har, hootie hoo ha, you know what I mean? I don't miss drugs at all. This was easier than I thought. When you stop using intoxicants because you don't feel healthy about it at all, it's way better than trying to quit when you're like still in your addiction. And yes, I would say I was addicted, but I felt like I was not addicted per se to the intoxicants I was using. I was just addicted to an unhealthy lifestyle. And going back to living a healthy lifestyle, you know, a diet and like therapy, it all implies that it's like temporary. Like, oh, you know, I went to therapy. Or like some people say, I go to therapy, but I mean, that it's just a little, like, it's just kind of like you go to therapy until when, you know? So promoting a healthy lifestyle, that's what I'm on. You know, I feel like I wasted a lot of time and money on booze, weed, and other things that I really wasn't supposed to be taking a part of. But that's just all, you know, everyone's different. Not everybody is gonna be like me. Like, I was really like a overindulging. I've always been like a, you know, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it like to 100%. So if I'm drinking, I'm gonna be heavy drinking. If I was smoking, I was heavy smoking. And if you could use on like a, you know, on like a healthy scale where it's just kind of like you're not overdoing it, you know, you're only, you know, doing as much as what's healthy for you, I feel like that's really cool. You know what I mean? I never got when people would be like, oh, I only like smoke a little when like it's around me, or I only drink when like it's around us. I never really got that when I was like really heavy using. I was always just thinking like, well, what the fuck does that mean? Like, are you a half stepper? Like, I used to really think people like that were pussy. Like what do you only smoke other people's weed? You only drink other people's drink? Like, what does that even mean? Now I see, oh, it's because like that's not a lifestyle that they're partaking in. That's not a life. That's not something that they live. You know what I mean? And you know, you shouldn't really judge nobody, man, whether they do or don't do the same things you do. It's just better to encourage people to be themselves. Like me, I feel like I did enough, man. I feel like when I did mushrooms, it really showed me like I don't want to fucking really be doing this shit all the time. I don't want to be spending my money. I don't want to be spending the last dollars I have because I done spent most of my other money on this other shit. You know, I don't want to be dependent on anything to make me happy or to escape, because that's what it is. It's like escapism, and you don't necessarily want to escape 24/7. You kind of want to deal with it, and those few times where it's overwhelming, then you could want to escape for it. But just know you're only escaping that shit at that particular moment, and you got to live with it still. Not, you know, you're not going to live with it still in that one moment. You're going to live with it for the rest of your life. You got to deal with whatever it is you're trying to escape from. You know what I mean? And I feel good, man. I feel, you know, I still have weird dreams that I know people that when they get sober and shit, they still have dreams of like them drinking and partying and smoking like that. I recently, like the other day, had a dream where I was smoking, and I was like, oh man, like I fucking just threw 9 months away out the window. But then it was like with just weird dreams, you know what I mean? Where you're just like, is this fucking real? Like, am I really like fucking using right now? But, you know, congratulations to me. You know, I want to thank myself for all the hard work I did. It was super hard. It was like fucking lifting a car and flipping it over in the air and doing jumping jacks. And I'm just kidding, yo. It wasn't really that big of a deal. But I mean, hey, I'm celebrating my journey 9 months. When we do a full year, I'm gonna get party hats for me and Presley, and we're just gonna be fucking two sober youngins. Cause I used to get my dog high and shit like that. Funny story. I was rolling a Bleezy. I put it on the table. I went inside my house and to do something, and I went outside, and my dog was eating the fucking yerba, yo. Like, my dog was literally eating that shit, and I was like so mad. I was like, what the fuck, you're eating my weed? And like about 5 minutes later or something, he yacked it all up, and because his stomach couldn't process it, and fucking you could smell, like it smelled like a warm edible or something. Like you could just straight up smell like, you know what I mean, some skunk and shit. But I ended up throwing that shit away. I wasn't gonna dry it in the microwave and smoke it like a fucking retard. But my dog was like all fucking like fucked up and shit. So you know, it's just cool, man. Being sober, I get to focus more. I just get to be, you know, more attuned to the things I want to do, because when I was using, it took my mind off of everything. I wasn't thinking about making the podcast. Like, as soon as I stopped, like all my using from intoxicants and shit, I started the podcast. I started making cookies. You know, like, I started the podcast. I started the brand La Merca Superior. I got like more ideas going. I got the food reviews going. I got the game reviews going. The Pokemon Go shit, I started going harder with that. So it's all about, you know, what you put your time and effort to. And if you put your time and effort into just getting fucked up all the time, then that's what you're going to be. Fucked up all the time, you know? So you just got to kind of think about that, you know what I mean? This Batgirl movie was shelved. It was an HBO Max movie. It got shelved along with a bunch of other, I think they're Warner Brothers movies. That's unfortunate, man. I looked at the girl that was supposed to be doing Batgirl, and it looked really dope, man. It really looked like it was going to be something. I don't know what it was going to be about, but I was just really bummed out, you know what I mean? I don't know why these shows and these movies are getting shelved, or like they're just getting thrown to the wayside for whatever reason, man. But like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, I don't get it. Like, what's, like, why? If I put all this time and energy into making this movie, and then now y'all want to pull out, I'd be like, what the fuck, bro? So now someone has to pick it up, maybe a Netflix, a Showtime, something like that. I think it's the producers, like, just being like, nah, we can't sell it, you know what I mean? And it's whack, because it's like, I feel like the more like obscure, more independently, without the theaters and shit, I feel like those kind of content endeavors are better. Like, there's some shows and movies that are on like either Netflix or Disney Plus or HBO Max that are better than the shit that comes out in the movies. And I think that's what it is. I feel like these movies that only get put on these you know, social platforms, these DSP platforms, I feel like they're just like being bought out by the competition or whatever in the theaters, that you actually got to go, you know, because the ticket sales are actually threatened by Netflix. The theaters are being threatened by HBO Max, Cinemax, all that shit. So I think that's crazy. Will Smith tries to apologize to Chris Rock, but Chris Rock doesn't give a fuck. I mean, I wouldn't either. For Will Smith to not apologize initially after he bitch slapped Chris Rock and try to be like, oh, you know, whenever you want to talk, I'm here. It's like, what the fuck are we gonna talk about, dickhead? Like, what's done is done. You can't come back months later and be like, you know, I apologize and my actions were, bruh. Chris Rock don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I feel like it's completely disrespectful. And if I was Chris Rock, I'd just make jokes. I'd just be making a whole special right now dedicated. I'd call that shit Fuck Will Smith or something, the new special and shit like that, because I would never, ever, like, forgive somebody for slapping me in front of millions of people around the world, in Austria, in Australia, in Europe, everybody, bro. The Golden Globes or whatever the fuck they did was like a monumental international thing, bro. It's like a once a year type thing, and to smack somebody in the middle of that moment, I don't know, man. Everybody says they would have fought fought Will Smith, or they would have did this and that. I don't think they would have, bro. I think this Chris Rock did the smartest thing by being as professional as he could and just kept the show moving, because I would have been like, I honestly don't think I would have handled it that calmly. I would have been like, are you fucking for real, bro? Like, I probably would have, to be honest, man, just myself thinking, you know, I might have not have really did this if I was really Chris Rock, but I might have fucking had to get down with Will Smith, bro. I don't give a fuck if you iRobot, if you fucking Hancock and all that shit. I'm gonna fuck you up, bro. That's neither here nor there. Okay, so 1 year. It's been a year since I got COVID. And let me tell you something, man. COVID was some bullshit. I was right there in that bed behind you with that GameCube right down there. I was fucking playing Medal of Honor European Salt for 3 days, bro. 3 days. I had it the worst for 3 days, bro. I fucking felt like I was gonna die. I was ready to write a will. I was spitting up loogies and going in and out of high fevers, bro. I had the works when it came to that vid bullshit, bro. And I really feel like I thought it was all bullshit. Like when it first came out, I'm like, this is like fucking some bullshit. Not that it wasn't real, but I just felt like it was. I feel like, and even still to this day, I feel like COVID is man-made, or if it's not literally made by a man or humans, it was made by the actions of humans, or what we're doing to this planet, overpopulating it, doing all this extra shit when it comes to, whatever. I feel like diseases can be created by just fucking doing or not doing certain things, you know what I mean? So with the vid, man, I got it from my pop. He had it, and I was just watching movies with him. Smart move. Like when my dad had COVID, I was like literally just with him not 24/7, but all day. You know what I mean? Real smart move on my part. Thinking about it now, and I remember taking a nap and waking up feeling like really weird, like tired and shit. And then the next day I felt like shit. Went to Kaiser, got the COVID test, and they proved that fucking I was positive. I got the test results. And literally, I was there from probably like 7 or 8 o'clock at night until like 4 in the morning. And I told my pop, like, I was waiting for a doctor to see me, bro. I don't know what the fuck they were going to give me or prescribe me with. I was really hoping they were going to give me that ivermectin or whatever the fuck it's called, or the cure. You know what I mean? But I was like, I can't do this. Like, how could they do this, bro? How could they let somebody with COVID just stay overnight outside like a fucking crackhead, bro? And I was super mad. So fuck Kaiser. And then like 6 in the morning, I get a text message. Oh, your fucking doctor's appointment is ready. It's like, you fucked up, bro. Like, why would you make somebody wait outside for 10, 11 hours, bro? Like, fuck y'all. If I die because of y'all, I hope my family sues you for everything you got. I hope you bitch ass doctors out there understand that Big Serb says fuck Kaiser Permanente, bruh. Straight up, bruh. Especially the one I'm fucking in Ontario. I ain't gonna blow y'all up, but straight up, I'm gonna get you back, fuckers. But yeah, COVID was scary, bro. I thought I was gonna die, and it was some bullshit, bro. So everybody who's getting COVID out there, about to get it or had it, bro, fucking salute to y'all, man. We're the real soldiers out here, bro. Crazy, just fucking insane, bro. Fuck COVID, bro. Fuck COVID. Let's see here. So I missed the GTX, grind time. They're back. The GTX battles, I missed it. I don't know how the fuck I missed it. GTX, the Ouroboros event, it was with Disaster versus Geechee Gotti. We had like fucking, I think, Clean Paper versus somebody, Active versus like True Theory or something. I think his name was that or something like that. But I missed the whole event, man. I was supposed to, I wanted to get the pre-order so I could watch it, but I don't think Diz and Geechee battled until later that night, and that would have been while I was working, so I would have felt dumb as fuck had I bought the pay-per-view and missed it. But they'll probably release the battles anyways later, so I'll probably recap Diz versus Geechee and tell y'all what's up. And I'm just wondering, man, when is Brizz gonna battle? He's been popping up around, making it seem like he wants to battle, but like, when, bruh? Like, just do it already. He was already gonna battle. He had literally the biggest battles he could have had came and left him. He could have had the Murder Mook battle, which would have been the biggest battle of his career. That shit flew. He let that shit flow by him. He could have had Hitman Holler. He let that shit flow by him. And now he's talking about like Sue Surf. Bruh, are you fucking serious? This is the thing. I feel like Brizz is scared. Because the whole shit with him and Mook, he's not going to battle Mook because I feel like the general consensus is Brizz is going to lose either way. But I feel like that's bullshit because it's like, it never happened. You know what I mean? But that's the general consensus, is like Mook is gonna come out and have the most fire bars, the most fire rebuttals for Brizz. And I feel like Brizz has like a really slim chance at winning if he battles Murda Mook, but I don't think he's gonna do it. So I just feel like that's whack, man. So I feel like for Brizz to settle for Surf when he already could have battled Hitman Holla, and then he had Mook. He had Mook at his finger fucking tips, and he let that shit just slip through. Like, come on, bruh. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you, Brizz. You got to come back. You got to battle. Either battle or don't battle. You know what I mean? Don't do this thing where you pop in and out like fucking the toasty guy from Mortal Kombat. You fucking really got to either show up and say, you know what? It's time to battle someone big. Sue Surf ain't that big, bro. He might be big to a lot of fucking fans, but he's not a legend. He's not a veteran legendary status like a Mook, like a T-Rex, like a Loaded Lux. You battle, I feel like actually the end game is Mook and Lux. And then if you beat them, you could arguably say you beat the best of the best. You did everything. Your job is done here. But you just let that slip by you, bruh. And so I feel like you played yourself out of getting some of the best battles that you ever could have had. But I mean, you know, that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? There's this Mexican rapper that I've been seeing, that Mexican OT. Really, really dope music. He's coming out with really dope shit. I really like it. The only thing though, he reminds me of like Lil Ugly Mane and shit, like something between like a Lil Ugly Mane and kind of like Houston influence, like Megan Thee Stallion type shit. I'm not comparing you to Megan Thee Stallion. I'm saying like that kind of Houston style, you know what I mean, with like Lil Ugly Mane. I think it's dope that the Raza's out here doing different shit. He's like rolling his R's in his raps and shit. Maybe I'll play something if it's not copywritten at the end of the end of the video, so y'all know who I'm talking about. That Mexican OT, shout out to you. The only thing I would say though is, man, be safe. You know what I mean? I know you got the choppers out, and you know what I mean, and you're drinking lean and shit like that. Just be safe, bro. You know what I mean? I don't want you to be like these other rappers who have sadly passed away due to overdosing, or, you know, get jail time or arrested for something crazy. You know what I mean? Just be safe out here, bro. Shout out to that Mexican OT. One of my favorite songs he has right now is Kick Though Click. I really fuck with that. Just be on the lookout, man. This dude, I'm telling you, he's gonna blow up, man. He's gonna be like Shoreline Mafia or something like that. He's gonna be like OG. He's like the OGZ of wherever he's at and shit. You know what I mean? So shout out to him. Tyga apologizes to the Mexican community for Ay Caramba. I think it's really dope, man. I think it's really cool when blacks and browns come together to squash beefs or misunderstandings that we have within a community. And that's what I'm talking about, man. It's just bringing communities together, you know what I mean? There's not really a lot I want to say. It's just, you know, I respect Tyga a lot more for this, because I used to, when I was working at XPO, I would hear that song all the fucking time, bro. They would always play that song, the Go Loco song, Go Loco, Arriba, Arriba. I was like, man, what the fuck is this, bro? Like, it was just weird to me. Like, what the fuck? Like, can you imagine if Mexican dudes come out, like a Mexican dude comes out and he's like, you know, just like, I don't know, just being super black? I don't think it would be the same reaction, bro. But people love our culture so much that they want to appropriate our culture, not appropriate it, but use our culture however way they can to boost their social media metrics. So I guess that's cool, but as long as we do things like this where we understand what we're doing as a community, and we could build a dialogue, and we can apologize and accept apologies for things like this, I think it's dope, man. And I feel like what Tyga really should do is work with Mexican artists and do songs like this with the raza, because that'll really get our community and the black and brown community together. And I feel like that'll be better than kind of using our culture to, you know what I mean? Like using our culture advantageously, which you should do it if it benefits both of us and not just you. You know what you get what I'm saying? Spread the love is what the fuck I'm saying. So El Cucuy, let me pull it up. Happy birthday, El Cucuy. So El Cucuy was kind of like more like of a compilation of songs that I already had that I think I was gonna put on different things. It just happened to be I just put it together. So first track we have El Cucuy, which is just a beat produced by Float Lucid. Shout out to Float Lucid. I don't know where you at, but hit me up again and shit. He could fucking disappear, bro. Float Lucid is gone with the wind, bro. He's out of here, bro. Like, if you think Rawsteen is the fuck out of here, but Float Lucid is out of here, bro. So the beat is awesome. He talks about, in the beat, I hear something like some dude saying he was a Boy Scout. I was a Boy Scout, so I heavily resonated with that. We got 1,000 Dips produced by me. Really kind of like really gangster track, you know what I mean? 1,000 Dips. That is a salute to my economy, you know what I mean? This is the type of shit you do with at least 1,000 Dips in the yard too. Back out in the county on some fuck shit. So 1,000 Dips. Let me hear that shit. This was kind of like a diss to Flash. Looking back on it, El Cucuy was kind of like a diss to everybody at the time. I wasn't feeling a few things, you know what I mean? So I kind of dissed Flash's Clayton. Sorry. I apologize now, but at the time I really felt like you were kind of like doing some goofy shit. So, you know what I mean? No hard feelings. It was just kind of like a diss track. Flash ended up dropping Brujeria 2, which he wanted to get on Brujeria 1, so I was like, what the fuck? And he did hit me up and was like, oh, I'm sorry, this and that, but it was kind of like, y'all like, you yourself didn't release it. It got released by somebody else, so that's why it was kind of like really weird with me, you know? I thought that was super duper goofy, you know what I mean? But in any case, that was 1,000 Dips. And the whole song wasn't a diss to him, it was just kind of like a few lines. Then we have Regardless We Kings. That was like a diss to like just people who like are fake, you know what I mean? They're just like you say you really have this image that like we're like homies for life, but we're not. So that's kind of like what it was. Snakeskin Handles, I think that was gonna be on Elvira, which Elvira was going to be my debut album. I don't even know if I'm going to do Elvira still, but I have shit to the side that I'm saving if I'm ever going to do Elvira. Elvira is like my detox. It's just a whole process. Elvira is my great grandmother. Definitely going to have to spend a lot more time with that album. Like Greenlight 3, Special Forces, fucking Sonia. There's a whole lot of albums I'm working on right now that are definitely going to come before Elvira. Elvira, even if I start on it now, it's probably not going to come out for like another year or two. And I do have shit to the side, a lot of beats put away for that album. Trust me, that album is in the works. It's just not gonna be done for like a while, you know what I mean? I like the Superman shit I got right here. You know what I mean? I'm fucking sweating and shit over here. God damn, bro. You see what I do? You see what I do for views? Anyway, so Snakeskin Handles, it was kind of like a homage to like, you know, all the people I've lost. My tia Carmen getting raised in El Monte. My cousin who taught me how to box, Jose. I don't know where the fuck he's at. That's featuring Mufasa and Chava Style. That's like one of the last tracks I ever did with them. Then we have Brujeria, the first track. Now, Mock listened to this track. Originally, Brujeria wasn't on El Cucuy, but I remastered it because I think El Cucuy was only 4 tracks. Yeah, something like that. So we had Brujeria was produced by Muffinologist. Oh, and Snakeskin Handles is also produced by Float Lucid, one of the best beats I've ever heard Float Lucid make. Shout out to him. Brujeria produced by Muffinologist. It was more of like an introspective, talking about like West Covina, you know, my cousin KO. Really different track, especially for the time. I recorded it during the during when we made Picasso and Matisse with Chava Style. I think I made it in March of 2017, Brujeria. La China, produced by Fuzzy. Shout out to him. I wanted him to flip a Ralphie Pacan sample, and he did. One of my favorite songs. I'm not going to name it because I don't want to get hit with the copyright. And actually, I'll play that Mexican OT after I play. I think I'll play La China. I think I'll play that. If it's not copywritten, I'll put that one up first. But La China is slang for, you know, that white girl. You know what I mean? I really indulged in the snow, and that's kind of like where my whole head was at. Just kind of like, you know, relating a girl to the product and just breaking it down, drug dealer style. Then we have Spiderwebs with Mufasa. I produced that track as well. It was just one of my favorite songs ever. It was kind of like a love song almost, you know what I mean? Really phenomenal. I think I might actually play Spiderweb, or maybe I will play La China, Spiderweb, and then I'll play fucking that Mexican OT shit. But shout out to Mufasa. I really feel like if he works on his singing, he could be like one of the best singers. He could be like a Drake, a J. Cole, one of these dudes out here that's like a rapper, singer, R&B type shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, happy birthday to El Cucuy, 4 years. Really like pivotal album in my career, you know what I mean? Because after El Cucuy, I didn't drop anything until 44 Degrees, and that was like more like a love, sick, sadness type album. And then after that, I dropped, what did I drop? I dropped a few things in 2019. She Loves Me Not. I dropped in 2019. And then, yeah, I can't really remember off the top, but I do remember El Cucuy being like really pivotal, because it was kind of like something styles I really didn't flip before. Like it was just a whole almost a reinvention, looking back at it, of like what I was doing at that time, you know what I mean? Just doing things differently. So, you know, I always say, man, I'm the rap Sam Kinison. I'm El Cucuy of the rap game, not the rat game, the rap game. You know what I'm saying? And if you didn't know, this is the God's Hour.
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower, to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower, to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower, to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower, to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now, while the angels fly over my headstone.
The flyest ever with a pencil, let me grip your mental. Like Banksy with a stencil on the point, I tend to flip it. Puffin' Indo when the wind blow. Sitting by my window thinking where that shit go. Our past playing like an instrumental. You got the best out of my iris, and I decided to confide in a cherry blossom. The God Apostle, the product got him slinging doper than 86 in Harlem. Shorty was my flower in the garden. Pardon my French connections. Friends have set you up for ends, but whether it's bud, there is a stench. That's why we stick together till the end. Mommy got the silk leggings in a thread. Our thoughts stretch together like a spider web. Trying to bet on my feelings for you. Tell me the truth, this temptation will cause you to shoot. Tell me what would you do? Tell me what you would do.
Times forever changing though. Valentine's is coming close and it made me think twice. Shit, who I got by my side tonight should give me peace in this life of mine, cause it be hard for a man who's working overtime. Plus the shit that's going on is always on my mind. But that's exactly why I grind, why I do it for you, why I keep my heat tucked, gotta make it back to you, yo. Cause they be wishing foul on a young soul. Ain't gotta act like you know, son, you know this shit is gold. Get it while I got it, after that you gotta go. I be running to the door, making music on the road. Seen some folks turn cold just to reach their goals. But me, I'll never ever ban shit, I'll never ever fold. I'll never ever quit, so you motherfuckers know. I'm just jotting down the words that be coming from my soul. Even though I'm far from close, yo, I'm miles away. Yeah, I went against the odds and I found a way. Now I'm popping big bottles while they scream my name. Ay, yeah, ay. Tell me, girl, why you leave my side? Won't you come race you down the ride, yeah. Man, I need for you, baby, gotta see you. I gotta see you. Yeah, it's Brizz City. Got the Ontario villains in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about all that Starboy shit in the background, you know. I'm just fucking around. Starboy.